Our exciting new drama for older teens, Saratoga University, follows the lives of 6 freshmen beginning their journey through college. Each hour-long episode will show common situations college freshmen will encounter. We chose this approach because we feel it is important to educate our audience on safe risk-taking and decision-making. This is the first time they are completely independent and are forced to make tough decisions on their own.
Older teens are risk takers, and we know this is something we can't really change. We want to show our audience that risk doesn't have to be negative, so our characters will make risky decisions that are both good and bad that are typical of our age group. Although all the risks our characters take won't have positive outcomes, we want to demonstrate a clear cause and effect of positive risk-taking that will be reinforced by the approval of their peers.
We know that using peer approval will actually work to reinforce the positive risk our characters take each episode because of social learning theory, which says people learn through observation of human behavior they are exposed to. This applies even more so to our audience because they are at an age where they spend more time than ever with their peers, meaning they are heavily influenced by them and their decisions.
Older teens are developmentally similar to adults in their ability to understand mature ideas and content, which is reflected in their media preferences, which most often include mature content such as violence, drugs, alcohol, and sex. The only problem is, older teens are different than adults in that they value the opinion and approval of their peers more than anything else. So much so that if older teens see shows about their age group, they will mimic the behavior of their favorite characters on the show.
The social learning theory proves that people learn by watching. What is on TV now is not good. It's all about the amount of viewers, and characters show very unrealistic qualities. People begin to mimic these unrealistic actions that show no real consequences. Saratoga University will mirror a typical college experience, including realistic living accommodations, nightlife, and other situations that all freshmen in college face. The show will revolve around the lives of 6 diverse freshmen in college.
Our first female character, Sasha, had a rough upbringing. Her parents were not heavily involved in her academic or social life and was very experienced in high school with drugs, drinking, and sex. Our second female character, Tiffany, was a prom queen in high school and is used to being popular, but she also realizes that college is different from high school and struggles with insecurity issues. Our third female character, Mary, never branched out of her comfort zone in high school and is very shy and reserved. Our first male character, Jackson, is smart, wealthy, and a drug addict. His parents are not very involved in his life, and even though he has all the resources he needs to succeed, he instead influences his friends to behave badly. Our second male character, Cruz, is the life of the party. He's well known, and everybody wants to be his friend. He is social friendly and wants to experience everything and anything. He is good friends with Jackson, but he doesn't choose to do drugs. Lastly, Tommy is a Division I athlete and worked very hard in high school to get a scholarship. He has overbearing parents and is inexperienced and succumbs to peer pressure very easily.
Our first season of Saratoga University will be composed of 10 episodes that all focus on different social issues older teens face. Wait You've Never Taken a Shot, Date in a Fifth, and Driving Disaster will focus on the repercussions of excessive drinking habits. ST What, No Means No, and Bad Bitches Only will discuss practicing safe sex and the consequences of not being careful. Frat Parties Blow will talk about drug abuse. This episode will show what actually happens when you get caught with drugs, which is very different from what is presented in the media now. Lastly, Rush Week, Finals, and Homecoming will illustrate the pressures of being independent for the first time and also adjusting to back home.
To go in depth of the learning process that will occur throughout our show, we will dive into No Means No, which is a date rape episode. Here, an upperclassman frat boy named Troy tries to slip a date rape drug into Mary's drink at a party. Cruz stops him, and everybody at the party finds out the upperclassman attempted to slip a date rape drug into Mary's drink. Troy is then exiled from his friend group and is left with no friends, whereas Cruz, who stopped this from happening, is seen as a hero. Standing up to an upperclassman is a huge fear of the typical freshman in college and will really resonate with our target age group because peer approval and acceptance is so important at this age in forming teens' identities.
Our goal is to show that the risk that this character took by intervening in the date rape and going out on a limb, even though it was scary for him and not the norm, really paid off. We want our audience to see that making a good decision really reaps the rewards. The person who decided to do the date rape became ostracized from his friends completely, showing our viewers that the negative decisions they make will impact them in a negative way. This is different from shows that air now because characters rarely deal with their consequences.
Because older teens favor media outlets that portray high drama and excitement, Saratoga University will also be a drama. The difference in our show and other TV series will lie in the education content our show will provide. The show will also include actors that are 18 years old, unlike other high drama shows like Gossip Girl, who portray 25-year-olds as 16-year-olds. This will be successful because it still includes high drama and topics that older teens are interested in, but doesn't make the bad guy the hero. The bad guy will finally endure consequences that are looked down upon by their peers.
Our overall goal of the series is to influence the attitudes and behaviors of older teens in a positive way. Saratoga University will finally show the benefits of taking positive risks, which we know has the potential to impact social behavior of our audience.